Welcome to Springdale School, where mysteries hide in plain sight. Today we begin with Case 1, the Silent Clock Tower. All right, let's begin. Chapter 1, the first tick. The clock tower stood where Springdale School began to thin out. Past the classrooms and the science wing, past the oak tree with the crooked trunk, and the bench no one used anymore. The ground dipped slightly. The tower rose there, narrow and gray, its stone darkened by weather and time. Students passed it every day. They didn't look up. They didn't slow down. For as long as anyone could remember, the clock tower had been silent. And everyone agreed that was how it should be. People said it was broken. The word clung to it, unquestioned, like dust. On Tuesday afternoon, that certainty cracked. The final bell rang and Springdale burst open. Lockers slammed. Shoes scuffed the pavement. Voices overlapped, rushing toward buses and plans and home. Aarav stopped. It wasn't a decision. It was the way his body responded when a sound didn't fit where it belonged. He tilted his head. Around him, students kept moving. Someone laughed too loudly. A phone chimed and was silenced. A backpack dropped and was scooped up again. Then he heard it. Not loud, not clear, just a single careful tick, like something testing whether it was allowed to exist. Aarav turned toward the clock tower. Maya noticed him stop and frowned. She hadn't heard anything, but interruptions caught her attention the way crooked lines caught her eye. She followed his gaze. "That's strange," she murmured, mostly to herself. Leo was already looking. Sunlight flashed across the glass face of the tower and slid away. Something old still working, still paying attention, sent a quiet thrill through him. Zara watched the people instead. How no one slowed. How easily the moment slipped past. Ben rolled to a stop beside them, hands resting lightly on his wheels. He smiled, small and knowing, as if something he'd been waiting for had finally shown up. "Did you hear that?" Aarav whispered. The sound didn't return. Whatever it had been, it folded back into the afternoon, leaving the courtyard to rush forward as if nothing had happened. But the five of them didn't move. They stood there, watching the tower while students streamed past. A teacher crossed the lot with a stack of papers under her arm. A group of 7th graders argued about whose turn it was to carry a project. The world kept going. Maya glanced at her watch, then at the sky. She didn't explain why. Leo broke the quiet. "It's never made a sound before," he noted. "Not since we've been here," Zara replied. Ben nodded. "My brother said it was broken when he was a student." Aarav was still listening. "It wasn't broken," he said finally. It sounded careful. No one laughed. No one explained. Later, the library settled around them in its usual way. Pages turned. Chairs scraped softly. The air hummed with quiet thinking. Near the circulation desk hung a notice most people stopped seeing. Zara didn't. She read it slowly. Clock tower closed permanently. No entry under any circumstances. The paper had yellowed. The corners curled inward. "Permanent is dramatic," Maya remarked. "Permanent usually is," Zara responded. Leo leaned in. "Why leave a sign up if no one cares?" he wondered. Ben glanced past them. "So people don't start caring again." Aarav wasn't looking at the sign. He was listening to the space around it. "People don't write rules like this," Zara reasoned, "unless there's a reason." A few minutes later, Leo returned a heavy book to the desk. As he opened it, something slipped free and landed softly on the floor. A folded piece of paper. Old. Carefully creased. Leo picked it up. He hesitated, then unfolded it. 6 words stared back at him. "Time remembers those who listen." The handwriting was neat. Unhurried. No one spoke at first. It felt as if the words were listening back. Maya leaned closer without touching it. Ben's eyes flicked to the book's spine. Zara went very still. Aarav felt a quiet certainty settle in his chest. Some sounds didn't belong to the past. Some didn't belong to the present either. They belonged to the moment someone finally noticed. And once they were noticed, they did not stop. High above them, behind weathered stone and darkened glass, the clock tower seemed to hold its breath. For just a second, a thin line of light slipped across the clock face, like an eye opening. Then, somewhere deep inside it, something listened back. End of Chapter 1. Springdale School Mysteries books and workbooks are available on Amazon, with reading activities and creative challenges. Links are in the description. Thank you for learning with us.